So we are going to make meat pie, but this one, instead of using flour, normal flour, we are going to use oats flour because it's going to be healthier. It's a healthier alternative. It's oats, ordinary oats, unlike this one that is the normal everyday flour. You can use oats to give it that touch of healthy alternative. So you can blend it. I blended my own already. So this it. This is the blended one. I just take a measure of the flour, the oat flour. I take a measure of it, the just enough to give me my result. You know, just enough, depending on the quantity of meat pie you want to make. Okay, so taking the flour. This is the quantity, not so much. I just want it a little bit, just for two. Then the major ingredients for the meat pie is baking powder. Very important, baking powder. Then your margarine, very important. Any type you like this one is olive spread, a healthy alternative. Remember, we are talking about healthy alternatives that will help us to maintain our, we don't add too much weight. Then, because I have to add a little bit of sugar, I'm using the brown sugar. The brown sugar is also a healthy alternative. The brown sugar is also a healthy alternative. Just add a little, just for it to have a pinch of that sweet taste, a little bit of sweet taste. Not much, because meat pie is not supposed to be that sweet thing. Then you have your eggs. You put enough eggs. Like I said, the major ingredients for the meat pie will be your baking powder, your eggs, your fat, your baking fat, margarine, or any kind of butter you like. But because we are talking about healthy alternative, we are using olive spread. Then of course your salt can be your seasoning. Like, I don't want to use salt. I'm not into salt so much. I go for seasoning. Instead of using salt, I rather use my seasoning. So then of course the filling, the meat pie will always have its filling. I already have a filling prepared here, depending on your choice and your taste. Like what I have here is a little bit of corned beef, potatoes, Irish potatoes, onions, plenty of just anything that you feel you like, that you would like to have in your filling. That's what you incorporate into your own filling, depending on what you want. I still have more potatoes I will chop and put. That's what I'm going to use as filling. Then if you like cheese, you can add a little bit of cheese. Like I have shredded cheese here. I'll just add it when the time comes. So this one is for the filling. So but meanwhile, let's mix the meat pie first. Let's do the meat pie first before we go into the filling aspect. So as I said, we've already added sugar, a little bit of sugar, a little pinch of sugar. We'll add the seasoning. Instead of salt, I would rather add my seasoning, just enough to bring out the taste, just enough. Okay, then the eggs, of course, the baking powder. Just add maybe 1 teaspoon, depending on the quantity of the thing you want to make. This, just, you never can get it wrong. Baking powder. Then you add your eggs, depending on the quantity. Remember, making meat pie, you have to roll it, so it doesn't have to be too light. You can add as many eggs as you need to make it to be still able for you to roll on a board. Okay, that's 2 eggs. Make sure there's no shell. If you mistakenly drop shell in it, make a time to remove it, otherwise it will not give you a good result. Then you add your butter or your margarine. Add enough of butter or margarine. You can go for any one you like, depending on your taste and your desire, but today we are making a healthy alternative. to normal meat pie. So we're using oats. We're using oats, so that's why we're using everything healthy. We're incorporating everything. Only the healthy options are the only things we're incorporating. We put enough margarine so that it will give you that soft texture. Put enough margarine. Okay, so if you feel that you've gotten it right, you need liquid to mix it in. You can use ordinary water, but today I'm going to use milk. I'm going to use liquid milk to rub it in. You have to use your fingers, make sure they are clean, and mix it in. As you mix it in, you have checking whether you need liquid, and that's where the milk comes in. Remember, you don't put it too much. You are checking it as you're mixing it in. You are checking to make sure that nothing is too small and nothing is too much in it. Okay. This is Catchy Vibe group, where we talk about relationships, talk about connection, talk about how to make a relationship to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. We also pick information, pick people's issues, and try to prefer lasting solution or helpful solutions to whatever challenge they bring forth to us. And anytime we are alive, it's time for matchmaking. Even as we are making a delicacy, if you have a need for a partner, a soulmate, or a connection, you can come up to the screen, tell us your name, your age, your location, your blog, genotype, what you do for a living, and then tell us the kind of a partner you want. Don't forget to mention the age range of the partner you want, and also, who knows, your partner might even be here waiting for you, may even be at the comment section waiting for you, just to connect up with you. So there's no hard and fast rules to it. Anytime you see us live, it's time for matchmaking. You can feel free to just come in and then tell us what you want, and the connection can even take place immediately. Okay, so far so good. I'm making meat pie a healthy alternative of meat pie. Instead of the normal one we use flour to make, we're using oats to make today's one. As you can see, we've added, I found out that it's a little bit small, so I had to add a little bit of oats, at least, so that I'll be able to have at least a sizable quantity of the meat pie. So as I said, you never can get it wrong. Once you mix it in and you find out that it is not what you want that you are getting, you will make some adjustments. Either you add some more liquid, or add some more flour, or add whatever thing you feel you should add to be able to. Sometimes you're making it for your consumption, for you are not making it for any outsider. So you do it the way you like, the way to meet up with your taste, to meet up with your desire. Like now, I want it to really be fluffy. I want it to really be fluffy and soft. That's why I'm adding more fat to it, because I want it to be, kind of very rich, and the oil content will make it to be that, give me that that desired result I want. So it depends on what you want. As you do it repeatedly, you will get to find out exactly what works best for you, and the one that will work better, and then you incorporate that one into your own. You will improve, keep on improving until you get exactly the kind of thing you want. There's nothing serious in them. Making chin chin, making donut, making puff puff, making all these things, there's no serious deal. It's just time. Do you have time for it? And do you have the passion? Do you have the passion for it? And you see that it's an easy thing to do. Mix it in a way that the whole flour, see the way it looks. Make sure that the flour is incorporated. Make it make a paste of it. As I was using my fingers, like I couldn't get to all the corners, so I had to use a spoon to rub it in, or to make sure the whole thing forms a one, gives me an even result, instead of some places being too hard and some places being soft. The spoon has helped me to pack the whole thing, and it has now given me one big nothing stops you from tasting it. It's true, it's not cooked, but it's still edible. Some people like it a little bit sweeter than how, like than other people. So when you do it and you test it, find out whether it is exactly the taste you want. If it's not the taste you want, you add or subtract whatever thing that needs to be done so that you get the results. Like, good, exactly the way I want it. Not too salty and not too sweet. I don't even want it to be having any taste of sugar in it. I don't want any sugary taste. Of course, meat pie doesn't have to have a sugary taste. So this is just what it's supposed to be. See what I found with it. So I now place it on a board or on the slab and use my roller to roll it out. Then I now put the fillings. I put my fillings, then seal it up, wrap it very well, and put it inside the oven. And my meat pie is cooked. My meat pie is made. So far so good. Next time we'll showcase from this stage to the time. I don't want this video to be too long. I just wanted to showcase how you can mix your meat pie and make it to be such that you can go ahead to process. Next time we'll start from after the production and to process it and to bring it out from the oven for you to see. So I don't want to waste your time going into all those details while I'm on live. So that's why I'm stopping it here. So let's go back to what we have done. We have made meat pie with oats instead of normal flour. See the normal flour we use in making meat pie, the normal everyday flour that is used in making bread. But because if you want a healthier alternative, you now can use oats or any other kind of flour that is less fattening. Like I'm using oats, I had to blend it, made it to become fine. You can go ahead and buy the one that's already blended, the one that is in powder form. You can go ahead and use it, it will still work fine. So instead of flour, we use oats. Then instead of ordinary butter measuring, we use olive. It's fat free. And then of course you use your baking powder, you use eggs, you use your seasoning. You can use salt, but we used ordinary seasoning instead of salt. Then add a little bit of sugar, roll it in. You can use ordinary water or milk, make a paste of it. Make the paste in a way that it doesn't get too strong, it doesn't get too soft. Make the paste in a way that you can roll it out. Like now what I'm going to do, we're going to use the roller to roll it out. Then we'll now put a filling inside it, wrap it neatly and put inside the oven. Within 5 minutes to 20 minutes it should be cooked. Then you now wait for it to give you the color you want before you bring it out. So the filling we did, of course we use potatoes, Irish potatoes. You can incorporate carrots, some depending on your taste. This one is also depending on your taste, the way you want it. There's this minced meat, there is onions, there is spring rolls, there is spinach, there is so many vegetables that I incorporated into this. Then I will now put it and put in the oven and wait for it to get cooked. And next time we'll go to that point. This is so far we have gone today how to mix meat pie, the healthy alternative. Thank you for being there. If you like this video, please share it, put your comment down. Whatever thing you want us to practice, any pastry, chin chin, donut, puff puff, fish roll, don't any pastry at cake that you want us to practicalize next time, homemade though, not commercial quantity, you can drop it at the comment section there so that we can work on it next time we come on live. Thank you very much for being there. I love you all. Thank you. See you same time next week. Or if there's a need before that time, we can come and showcase another thing before this time next week. Thank you. Bye.